rebounds per game. Cunningham versus Dyer. Tip is up and controlled by ODU. Trojans in the white with Cardinal. ODU in the blue. Monarchs have the basketball. It's Buford. Inside finds Cunningham. Underneath, Cunningham Shotford. Inside finds Cunningham. Underneath, Cunningham shot is off target. Rebound Troy. Pagero in the corner. That's Stitch guy on. Bullseye. Stitch. It's the Trojans on the board. She can do some damage from the outside.
Guyon shoots 38% from behind the arc, and she gets the Trojans off to a big start with a made three early.
3-0 Troy. Old Dominion with the basketball on the outside. Deep three on the way from Fields. That won't go. Cunningham gets the offensive rebound and the putback. First points of the game for ODU, and they come from Cunningham after the offensive rebound.
And it's not just rebounds. Those offensive rebounds are instrumental, as Dyer will miss one and see it go out of bounds.
Turnaround. Stitch brings it in. Zay's got it. Stitch gets it back at the three-point line. 10 on the shot clock. Pagero with the basketball for the Trojans. Pull-up jumper from Pagero off back iron. Rebound underneath. Mo Jackson. Too big, too strong, and Jackson gets the putback to fall.
I think that's where the Trojans have a bit of an advantage down there with Dyer and Jackson. I think that's where the Trojans have a bit of an advantage down there with Dyer and Jackson as Jackson cleans up the miss again. Right now, those two are just clearing the glass.
Trojans on the move. It's Pagero all the way to the basket.
Well, it's going to be a battle of who can set the pace. Troy likes just what you saw there. Dan, they like to clear the glass, get out in transition. Pagero never gave up the dribble there and was never checked to the glass.
Pagero, Baez, Guyon, Dyer, and Jackson in the starting lineup for the Trojans. Pagero, Baez, Guyon, Dyer, and Jackson in the starting lineup for the Trojans.
The starting lineup is brought to you by the Alabama Department of Public Health. Don't wait, vaccinate.
Trojans lead 7-2. Pagero with the basketball after the defensive rebound. Dyer at the elbow gives to Pagero. 10 on the shot clock. Pagero uses the Dyer screen. Now back to Dyer. Corner three. No. Pagero uses the Dyer screen. Now back to Dyer. Corner three. No. Rebound, Old Dominion. Long pass ahead to Fields. Old Dominion sets the offense up inside to Cunningham. Cunningham working on Jackson, the former Monarch, and Cunningham hits the short pull-up jumper. Cuts the Trojan lead to 3. Cunningham has all 4 of Old Dominion's early points. Mo Jackson tried to back down her teammate. Shot lead to 3. Cunningham has all 4 of Old Dominion's early points. Mo Jackson tried to back down her teammate. Shot would not fall. Rebound, ODU. 3 ball from ODU to tie it.
That's Buford's game there. She can get up to 3. 34% shooter out there. You saw that quick stroke. Nobody got a hand in her face.
ODU with the answer after the Trojans took a 5-point lead. Stitch Guyon, pull-up jumper, bounces out.
Nobody got a hand in her face.
ODU with the answer after the Trojans took a 5-point lead. Stitch Guyon, pull-up jumper, bounces out. Rebound, Monarchs. Thompson, deep 3 is in. That's an 8-0 run for ODU.
This is a team that averages just under 6 made threes a game, already with 2 here early in the first quarter.
Pagero signaling. Now Stitch Guyon gets it. Dyer at the top, outside Debris for 3. A misfire, last touch. Long distance from Kelsey Thompson. to give ODU an early 3-point lead. Monarchs with the basketball inside. Fontana through the contact, hits the shot.
Monarchs did a good job breaking the press there, and Fontana, that was their undoing down in Louisiana when they lost a game they probably should have won.
Turnovers were a big problem in both of Troy's road losses on that 4-game road trip, and Old Dominion on a 10-0 run on that 4-game road trip, and Old Dominion on a 10-0 run. Trojans look to answer after the miss and the defensive rebound. Baez brings it up for Troy. She'll take it to the basket. Can't finish. Rebound on the defensive rebound. Baez brings it up for Troy. She'll take it to the basket. Can't finish. Rebound ODU. Thompson brings it up.
Checked until the end when she was fouled.
Thompson hits the first. Thompson, the junior who started her career at South Alabama, makes them both. South Alabama makes them both. A 12-0 run for Old Dominion early in this basketball game. Peguero slices through the defense. Shot bounces out.
Trojans started out hot, but have not been able to hit 0 for their last 6.
Fontana drives in.
Hunt for the Sun Belt Championship.
2 regular season Sun Belt championships at Troy. Trojans would love to add to both of those totals this year. But by Old Dominion.
And how about this? Shalana Wagner into the game. First time we have seen her since she went out with the injury against Marshall. That's been over a month ago.
Wagner getting some action. The Detroit native at point guard. Shot from Niawo.
That's been over a month ago.
Wagner getting some action. The Detroit native at point guard. Shot from Niawo. Would not fall, in the rebound, ODU.
Troy 0 for their last 7, now 2 of their last 11, and didn't balk out there, and an offensive rebound for Fontana stretches that run for the Monarchs.
16-0 run for ODU, and they've got an 11-point lead in the first quarter. Imani Jenkins stops the bleeding.
Bucket for Troy just to stop the bleeding, and Jenkins continues to be hot off the bench. She had 13 points against Southern Miss.
Deep three-pointer from ODU, and it's in. Buford, long distance. ODU leads 21-9.
Be interesting to see how effective Wagner can be. She still leads the league in assists at over 6 a game.
Morris, three-pointer.
Bench to try to find some firepower, and she has back-to-back buckets from bench players Jenkins and Morris.
First points of the game for Morris cuts the ODU lead to 9. Coming up on 3 minutes to play in the first quarter. Fields with the basketball outside to Hill. Three-pointer won't fall. First quarter. Fields with the basketball outside to Hill. Three-pointer won't fall. Rebound Trojans. Jenkins pulls it down. Wagner advances it. Niawo, baseline. Jumper won't fall. Both of these teams view rebounding as a strength.
ODU leading in that battle right now, 10-7, with 2 offensive rebounds.
Buford, 6 early points. Jump shot on the way, and it drops out on the way, and it drops in for Cameron Hill. 23 points for ODU. 2.5 minutes left in the first quarter. They lead by 11. Mo.
33 blocks on the season now for the Trojans.
Can't complete the triple play as the free
blocks on the season now for the Trojans.
Can't complete the triple play as the free throw rattles out. Old Dominion leading by 9. Fields, that shot is. Old Dominion leading by 9. Fields, that shot is.
It looked like Fields, just like she slipped a little bit there, Dan, and then the Trojans were there to complete it. There's Wagner.
Shalana spicy as she takes it all the way to the basket. Trojans cut the ODU lead to 7. Welcome back, Shalana Wagner. Elbow jumper from ODU won't come back, Shalana Wagner. Elbow jumper from ODU won't fall, rebound, Wagner. Wagner kicks it outside, gets it back. Shalana Wagner uses the screen, drives to the basket, can't finish. Held ball back. Shalana Wagner uses the screen, drives to the basket, can't finish. Held ball.
Get out of the game now and make sure that doesn't escalate at all.
Niawo and Dyer in the game for the Trojans. Ashley Baez, what
the guard play for the Trojans, getting into the paint and getting the shots up against the bigger defenders down low.
Hurricane Ashley off the window. Troy's cut this to a 5-point game. ODU led by as many as 12. Offensive foul. Green gives the ball back to the Trojans. Just the first turnover of the game by ODU. Peguero, 3. Bullseye. Hopefully you buckled up for the roller coaster tonight, because Troy has cut a 12-point lead to 1 in this first quarter. Now the Troy press. Thompson tries to get it across. Niawo. Now the Troy press. Thompson tries to get it across. Niawo intercepts it. Inside to Jenkins, off the window, and the Trojans retake the lead.
And it's the chaos. They try to create that chaos, force those turnovers, and now Troy answers a 16-0 run with a 12-0 run.
Both of these teams have had 10-0 runs in the first quarter. Jump shot from ODU rolls out.
Run with a 12-0 run.
Both of these teams have had 10-0 runs in the first quarter. Jump shot from ODU rolls out. Rebound Trojans. Morris to the basket. And she finishes. So the Trojans pouring it on. And the Troy lead up to 3 in the final seconds of the first quarter. 3 ball on the way from Buford, and she nails it. And ODU tied at 26. ODU had a lead as large as 12 in the first. Trojans fought back. Buford scores at the buzzer to tie the game for the Monarchs. ODU has it to begin the second. Driving in, shot will not fall. Rebound. ODU has it to begin the second. Driving in, shot will not fall. Rebound Troy. Baez races up the floor. Inside to Dyer, off the wing.
Involved. We featured Buford for the Monarchs and Peguero for the Trojans, and they did not disappoint in the first quarter. 9 for Buford, 6 for Peguero, and Peguero had the 4-point play that got the Trojans right back in it.
Turnover.
Point in the first quarter. 9 for Buford, 6 for Peguero, and Peguero had the 4-point play that got the Trojans right back in it.
Turnover, tapped to Guyon. Trojans set up Baez in the corner. She got that started by tapping it away. Troy on the perimeter. Dyer at the free throw line. Outside to Stitch. 10 on the shot clock as Peguero calls for the screen. Cunningham is there to 10 on the shot clock as Peguero calls for the screen. Cunningham is there to steal it. Peguero steals it back on the shot clock as Peguero calls for the screen. Cunningham is there to steal it. Peguero steals it back. Fresh 30 for the Trojans. Stitch, 3, no. Peguero steals it back. Fresh 30 for the Trojans. Stitch, 3, no. Rebound ODU, they get set. Quick three-pointer is in.
Troy has got to step out on Buford. She is absolutely on fire already. 4 made threes, that one from NBA range.
Baez looking to answer back, too strong, but the off.
Buford, she is absolutely on fire already. 4 made threes, that one from NBA range.
Baez looking to answer back, too strong, but the off.
With the strength of, just ripped it away from the would-be defender and got it powered in.
Two teams picking up where they left off in the first quarter. Trojans lead by 1, 8 minutes to go before halftime. Driving in, it's Fields. Leaves it short. Driving in, it's Fields. Leaves it short. Off front iron, rebound Trojans. Peguero. Jones thought maybe Baez touched it last, was talking with the referees about it, but it'll stay with Troy. Trojans up 1 with the ball. Stitch inside the Niawo. Niawo's turnaround shot is blocked. Zay Dyer comes up with inside the Niawo. Niawo's turnaround shot is blocked. Zay Dyer comes up with.
That's Buford's first foul.
Junior makes the first of 2. Makes the second of 2. Trojan lead grows to 3. ODU quickly into the half court. Fields with Peguero working on her. 3 ball. Off back iron, rebound controlled by ODU. Fontana. 3 ball is up. Fontana. 3 ball is up. Trojans come away with the rebound. Baez quickly up the floor.
Did they turn it over?
Turnover from the Trojans. Just the 3rd turnover by the Trojans in this game. Turnovers have been a problem for Troy, especially in Sun Belt Conference losses. Samaru Fields buries the uncontested 3-pointer to tie the game.
Well, it's been Buford that's been hot, but Fields is the one that really gets the volume of shots up for the Monarchs. But how
Trojans retake a 3-point lead.
For Fields, that was her 140th 3-ball put up this year.
Cunningham has it at the top. ODU works it around. Inside to Fontana. 8% in conference at the free throw line this season. She makes the first. Trojans fought back, down 12 to cut into ODU's lead. And now Troy leads by 1 after Fontana converts at the free throw line. Ashley Baez, 3-pointer won't fall, but Mo Jackson underneath. Another tough play inside for Mo Jackson. 5th turnover by Old Dominion in the first half, and the Trojans with the ball up 3 under 6 minutes left before halftime. Jackson gives to Morris. Now Jenkins up top, 10 on the shot clock. Looking for Wagner. Now Jenkins up top, 10 on the shot clock. Looking for Wagner in the corner. It's intercepted. Stolen by ODU. Fontana driving in. Layup is too strong, and the foul.
Got past Dyer, but yeah, you see Cunningham fouling, and it'll give possession to the Trojans.
Trojans turn it over. Wagner.
Give possession to the Trojans.
Trojans turn it over. Wagner passes too strong, and back-to-back turnovers. Trojans keep the ball. Wagner playing her first game in a month. Sets the offense up.
We're seeing the Monarchs zone here. It forced the turnover last time, but Trojans get it in the paint here.
Wagner to Mo Jackson, whose shot rolls out, but Mo
has concern, but the action hasn't slowed down at all.
Breakneck pace. thus far. Old Dominion with it, coming out of the media timeout. Fields defended by Wagner. She'll give it up, get it back. 10 on the shot clock. Poked away by Troy, and the steal. She'll give it up, get it back. 10 on the shot clock. Poked away by Troy, and the steal. Wagner set that one up. Now the Trojans on the attack. Morris is fouled.
Legs, and they're off and running.
Cunningham charged with the foul. That's her second. Third on Old Dominion in the quarter for Chuna.
Assist right away to Wagner. She did a good job bringing the defense to her and then kicking it back out to Niawo.
Strong play inside. First basket of the game for Niawo. Old Dominion inside. Fontana. Shot won't fall. Rebound Troy. Old Dominion inside. Fontana. Shot won't fall. Rebound Troy. Wagner comes up with it. She'll lead the offense. Jenkins. Three. Too strong. Rebound Niawo underneath. Wagner comes up with it. She'll lead the offense. Jenkins. Three. Too strong. Rebound Niawo underneath.
We saw Niawo win that battle.
From the free throw line. Bafoussam City, Cameroon. Trojans up 7, 3.5 to play before halftime. Monarchs missed the point blank shot.
The defender, but left it a little short, and ultimately it's off Cunningham's knee to give Trojan the possession.
Wagner inside to Jackson, outside, 3 ball. Won't fall. Out of bounds last. Trojans could not convert. Old Dominion takes over.
That's what you got to do against that zone defense, Dan. You've got to make that extra pass somewhere, either over the top or inside out. And Troy did a good job being patient there, made the extra pass, and got a good look.
Deep 3 from ODU will not fall. Rebound Troy.
Out. And Troy did a good job being patient there, made the extra pass, and got a good look.
Deep 3 from ODU will not fall. Rebound Troy. Shalana Wagner slices through the defense and throws it away. By the Trojans, who vowed to drastically cut back on that after a couple of careless games with the ball earlier in conference play. Three-pointer will not. Careless games with the ball earlier in conference play. Three-pointer will not fall for ODU. Rebound Trojans. That's Jenkins.
Figueroa at the table getting ready to come in. She's had a chance to watch the game and the flow of it a little while.
Shalana Wagner uses the screen, drives in, shot won't fall, but she's down low.
That's an improvised third assist there for Wagner. Was going out of bounds, tapped it right back to Jackson before it touched down out of bounds. Down out of bounds.
Slicing through the defense and scoring. Cuts the Troy lead to 7. Layup from Buford. She's got 14 early points in this one. Virginia Beach. Former ODU 76.5 or so at the free throw line, and Jackson.
Jackson's played well. She's done a good job on the glass, and she's really attacked offensively.
Troy grows the lead to 8. ODU with the ball. Thompson flips it to Kanemini, who's 3. Thompson flips it to Kanemini, who's three-pointer is off target. Rebound Troy. Bree Piguero has it for the Trojans. Stepped in for Wagner. Inside to Niawo. Niawo draws. Aggressive first half for tonight. Niawo makes the first, makes the second of the second quarter. Fields to Thompson. 3-ball from Fielder, skips off the rim and goes out of bounds.
Jackson did a good job basically screening her off an opportunity to get that ball before it went out of bounds.
Pagero drives in, leaves the lay. That was Troy's third foul of the second quarter. First one of the game against Baez. Kelsey Thompson, jump shot. Second quarter, first one of the game against Baez. Kelsey Thompson, jump shot. Will not go, rebound Troy. Baez looks back.
Yeah. They don't have to shoot here, and Coach Rigby backs them out. She wants Troy to take the final shot here of the first half.
Shot clock is off, 10 seconds left before halftime. Ashley Baez to Niawo.
This is who they want with the ball, Pagero.
Pagero inside to Jackson. Jackson shot is off the rim.
They want with the ball, Pagero.
Pagero inside to Jackson. Jackson shot is off the rim, and that.
Mo Jackson had 9, Zay Dyer had 7, Niawo had 6. They were able to do some damage in the paint against these Monarchs.
24 points in the paint in the first half for the Trojans. Troy has the ball to begin the third quarter. Turnaround jumper from Zay Dyer off target to begin the third quarter. Turnaround jumper from Zay Dyer off target. Rebound, ODU. Inside to Cunningham. Cunningham draws the foul.
Get the bucket, but does get to the line. She has struggled there on the year, 53%, but she makes
today for the Alabama native. Returning to her home state with ODU for the Alabama native. Returning to her home state with ODU. Misses the second. Trojans bring it up.
It's a
Baez.
10th rebound from Mo Jackson, already with a double-double in this one.
3-ball from Ashley Baez will not go.
With a double-double in this one.
3-ball from Ashley Baez will not go. Rebounded by the Monarchs.
It's tipped by Baez and stolen.
Troy takes over possession. Pagero with the basketball for the Trojans. She'll flip over to Baez, who gets instruction from the Troy sideline and gives it back to Pagero.
Monarchs staying in that zone.
8 on the shot clock for Bree. She'll make a move, lose the basketball, and
John will take it in. They'll look to try to lob it into Dyer or Jackson, you would think. Instead, they go to Pagero, who gets up a quick shot.
Quick shot from Pagero to the Trojans. Taking a look around the Sun Belt. Louisiana leading Marshall in the Cajun Dome.
Monarchs will take it in against the press.
Buford has it for ODU. To Cunningham just outside the lane. She flips it to Fontana, who finishes under the basket.
Monarchs have done a good job getting into the paint and doing some damage here early in the third quarter.
10 points for Fontana in this one. Trojans miss underneath. Mo Jackson gets the offensive rebound. Put back won't go. Rebound ODU with a chance to cut into Troy's 7-point lead. Jumper in transition would not go. Rebound ODU with a chance to cut into Troy's 7-point lead. Jumper in transition would not fall. Rebound Troy. Baez all the way down the floor herself. It bounces out. Rebound controlled. Would not fall. Rebound Troy. Baez all the way down the floor herself. It bounces out. Rebound controlled. All rebound Troy. Baez all the way down the floor herself. It bounces out. Rebound controlled by ODU. Tapped away. Ball is loose. Last touch.
Rebound down clean, and you see the hustle by Baez, but to no avail.
Last touch by the Trojans. Wild sequence there. ODU with the basketball. Buford. Inside to Cunningham, working on Jackson. Pull-up jumper. Drops in for Simone Cunningham.
Well, you got to give Coach Milton Jones the credit for making an adjustment at the half. She is now really.
Trojans there led to that turnover. Third turnover of the first half, or of the second half for the Trojans. Thompson, three ball, no. Rebound ODU, put back, almost goes, but Troy grabs the rebound. Mo Jackson underneath. Ball pressure, and Baez will give it up. Pagero inside to Dyer. Dyer off the window.
Off the glass, and she's got 9. That's Troy's first bucket of the third quarter.
Trojan lead back to 7. Cunningham pull up in the lane. Off glass
Race.
Two-time gold medal winner with Team USA as well. Trojans with the basketball. Bree Pagero back to Stitch. Drives in. Elevates. Runner. Short. Back to Stitch. Drives in. Elevates. Runner. Short off front iron. Monarchs. Fontana baseline jumper goes. Baseline jumper goes.
All of their points here in the second half have come from the post players, Cunningham and Fontana.
Game was trending away from ODU as the first half came to a close, but they have fought back early in this third quarter. Mo Jackson inside. Shot won't fall, held way through the third quarter.
The Trojans, with 5.5 to go here in the third, have only scored 2. 1 bucket by Dyer. They have went stone cold on the offensive end.
Cold as Hotel AC, as Fontana's three-pointer will not
in.
Cold as Hotel AC, as Fontana's three-pointer will not drop in. Trojans rebound. Wagner up the floor, finds Dyer under the basket, could not convert. Trojans rebound. Wagner up the floor, finds Dyer under the basket, could not convert.
Some missed opportunity there. Wagner got it to her in great shape. Looked like it might have slipped out of Dyer's hand just a little bit.
ODU drives to the basket. ODU drives to the basket and scores. Finish from Fields. Finish from Fields. Trojans offense struggling right now as ODU. Fontana underneath. Three-pointer to tie the game. That won't go. Monarchs grab the rebound. Fields back outside to Buford. Buford sets the offense up. 10 on the shot clock. She'll use the screen. Buford inside. Shot goes. Shot goes.
Just muscle that one up against the bigger defender, and ODU on a run now within 1.
Tough defense from Kai Morris, but Buford able to finish. And
0 for their last 5. They haven't scored in 2.5 minutes, and we've got a 1-point game, and Troy almost turns it over.
Nearly a backcourt violation there as the ball was loose. ODU defense swarming, and a steal as it started exactly the way ODU would have wanted if they were going to get back in this game. Wagner outside to Morris. Morris, the New Yorker at the free throw line, makes the first.
7-8 with that free throw.
Morris came into the game. Hits the third. Trojan from the Bronx extends the Troy lead to 3. Morris has 7 in this game. Fields, pull-up jump. Samara Fields hits. ODU has eaten away at most of Troy's lead since we started the third quarter. Morris brings it across the timeline. 3 ball on the way from Jenkins. Long 2.
Said her toe was on the line, counted it as a 2.
Got the shooter's bounce off the rim. Trojans lead is 3. Buford, 10 on the shot clock, around the screen. Buford to the basket, off the window, to the basket, off the window, and in.
She is just really good. Good ball control. She can beat you behind the arc, and she can also beat you off the dribble. How about Wagner with this?
Finish, Shalana Wagner to Mo Jackson.
Wagner with 4 assists in the ball game.
Fontana driving in, can't finish. Rebound.
Wagner with 4 assists in the ball game.
Fontana driving in, can't finish. Rebound Troy. Wagner ahead to Niawo underneath the basket. Turnaround shot from Niawo and chance at the free throw line. Free throws to this point of the game. Make it 6 for free throw percentage. Right around 80% on the year for 2-2. Trojans by 5. ODU with the basketball. This is Thompson. In the corner, that's Hill trying to get it to Cunningham. It's stolen. In the corner, that's Hill trying to get it to Cunningham. It's stolen. Trojans batted away. Wagner takes over. Wagner underneath, looking for Morris. Imani Jenkins to Jackson, inside to Niawo. Niawo turnaround off the window. Corkscrews through the defense and finds a way to put that one in.
Yeah, you wouldn't expect somebody playing the post to have those kind of moves. She's able to snake underneath the defender and get the shot to fall.
Balletic stuff in this game. Trojans as a team, 30 points in the paint. Inside to Jackson. That one too strong. Troy grabs the rebound. Peguero, 3, off target. Jackson, offensive rebound, and strong. Troy grabs the rebound. Peguero, 3, off target. Jackson, offensive rebound, and in this one. And Mo, the well-traveled senior, makes the first miss
in the quarter, and it's been the Monarchs that haven't been able to find the bottom of the net.
Buford, the basketball for ODU. She'll flip it over to Thompson. Thompson driving in, elevates, leaves the side, contesting. Trojans grab the rebound, set up in the half court with Peguero. Baez to Peguero in the corner. Inside to Niawo, working on Fontana. Niawo, turnaround. Can't hit. Inside to Niawo, working on Fontana. Niawo, turnaround. Can't hit. Fontana, 3. Goes. ODU cuts the Troy lead to 5 with the 3 ball in transition. Final seconds of the third quarter. Ashley Baez underneath finds Speedy. 5 on the shot clock. Speedy pulls up from the free throw line, won't go. 5 on the shot clock. Speedy pulls up from the free throw line, won't go. Rebound ODU, and that will end.
Game, a couple of runs in that third quarter. ODU got it back to within 1. Troy's able to pull it away, push it back to 5 at the break. ODU with the first possession here in the fourth.
Monarchs with the basketball. It's Fields. Peguero defending her. 3-pointer is up and in. Pointer is up and in for ODU. Fields hits. Cuts the Troy lead to 2. Zay, corner 3. Bullseye. 4-point Troy lead.
It was a big answer, though. Fields had hit that early 3 bucket in the begin the fourth quarter, and Zay answered right away.
11 points for the leading scorer on the Trojans on the season, Zay Dyer. ODU in Thompson. 9 minutes to play, Trojans by 4. Baez to Peguero, ball stays on the outside. Batted back to Peguero. Zay Dyer outside to Baez. 6 on the shot clock. Sitch Guyon's jumper won't fall. Dyer grabs the rebound. Trojans reset. Inside to Jackson. Turnaround off the window. And
that was a big bucket for Troy.
Mo Jackson flexing her muscles underneath. She's got 16 points in this one.
17 rebounds to go with that. She has been active.
Fields driving in, elevates and scores. Driving in, elevates and scores. 63-59, Troy by 4. Peguero, 3-ball bounces out. Dyer tried to playing against her former team, Mo Jackson. ODU with the ball down 4. Atchison gives it up, gets it back. Now it's poked away, stolen by the Trojans. Peguero. Atchison gives it up, gets it back. Now it's poked away, stolen by the Trojans. Peguero comes up with it to Dyer running the floor, and Dyer running the floor, and the Trojans finish.
Zay Dyer runs the floor as a post player as good as anybody in the league. She gets ahead there and is rewarded after the steal and the breakaway.
Extra seasoning from the Trojans, but Fontana answers right back with a 3-pointer to bring the Monarchs within 3.
She's got a 10-point second half.
Stitch, corner 3. Won't fall. Mo Jackson underneath is fouled.
She's got a 10-point second half.
Stitch, corner 3. Won't fall. Mo Jackson underneath is fouled. 9 made threes in this game for ODU. Big reason why they only trail by 3.
Yeah, came in averaging just over 5. And
10th turnover for the Trojans in the game. Decided improvement on some of the stuff they've been doing lately in that category. Fontana going to the ground. She's able to flip it to a teammate. 3-ball from Fields is in.
Fields absolutely on fire here in the fourth quarter. That's her 8th point, her second 3-ball.
ODU has come all the way back, trailing by 10 at the break. Zay Dyer, bullseye. Timeout on the.
For the Monarchs have been red hot.
ODU 3 for 3 from 3 in this fourth quarter. Trojans by 3, ODU with the basketball. 10 on the shot clock. Wagner is there defending Fields. Fields drives in. Wagner. Conference play coming into this game. And she misses them both. Trojans grab the rebound after a missed opportunity by ODU right there. Wagner playing in her first game since January 4th. Jackson has it blocked by Cunningham, gets it back, stays with it. Shot won't fall, gets her own rebound, put back, won't go, and ODU finally comes up with it.
I thought it was a smart matchup against Cunningham, who's got 4 fouls, but Troy's not able to get the bucket or draw that foul.
Runner off the window, won't fall, but the 3-pointer from Fields ties the game at 68.
She is nuclear right now.
4th made 3 of the fourth quarter for ODU. Zay Dyer is fouled.
4 fouls, both Cunningham and Fontana, who was charged with that one.
Dyer misses.
Free throws so huge now as we near the 5-minute mark.
She misses them both. Basketball tie game with 5 minutes left here at Trojan Arena.
3 players with 18 for the Monarchs.
Buford gives it up, gets it back. 10 on the shot clock. Buford driving in, get Adam up, gets it back. 10 on the shot clock. Buford driving in, get out of my office. Trojans reject it. Pagero leading the break. Ends it back. And now Pagero at the free throw line makes the first of Pagero 90+% on
3/4 rotation on the ball, but she's deadly accurate.
Trojans by 2 as ODU.
Sure, just to make sure that that's the call.
It was against Jenkins. Second foul against Troy in the fourth quarter. ODU with the basketball. Fields.
That's who they're looking
Jenkins
for
in
now.
her face. Fields, step back. Jumper goes. Difficult one from Fields, and she buries it.
Coach Milton Jones going to the junior with the hot hand. That's Fields.
Dyer working on Cunningham.
That'll be 5 on.
Dyer misses the.
So critical too.
Dyer hits the second one. ODU with the basketball, working it around. Hill to Cunningham at the top. Now Thompson.
You see, they've got Pagero on Fields and trying to get her to stick her.
10 on the shot clock. Fields foul. Second foul against Baez in the game. Trojans have 25 bench points and a 1-point lead, 71-70. Cunningham elevates and scores inside of 4 minutes.
I would expect Troy to try to isolate Jackson if they could against Thompson, who has 4, and they do right there to get it right to Jackson, and she gets it to fall.
Moj
Short set to try to match up Jackson or Dyer against Cunningham, who has 4 fouls.
Jackson went right at Cunningham. Trojans lead by 1. Foul called against Troy. We see the foul called on Troy. 3rd of the game against Baez.
Needs a bucket to get to a 20-20 game. Last time that happened was Zay Dyer.
Offensive rebound after the miss. And a three-pointer for ODU. And they nail it. Coming off the offensive rebound, Monarchs by 2. On the other end, ball is loose underneath. Dyer comes up with it. Outside to Baez. 3 ball from Pagero. Bullseye. Pagero with heavy artillery to give the Trojans the 1-point lead. Monarchs with the basketball, driving in, layup won't fall. Put back, no good. Rebound, Troy. Mo Jackson contested that one. And Shalana Wagner will bring it up for the Trojans with a 1-point lead as we approach the 2-minute mark.
Jackson with a good job there walling up against Cameron Hill, who got into the paint. She was able to deny the bucket without fouling.
21st rebound of the game for Mo Jackson.
When they're trying to find Jackson inside.
Baez driving in. Baez off the window, won't fall. Rebound Troy. Shalana Wagner chases it down, and the Trojans will get a fresh 20. Shalana Wagner, defended by Buford. 8 on the shot clock. Wagner gives to Baez in the corner. Back to Wagner. 3. Off the rim. Rebound. Foul on Zayd. Wagner gives to Baez in the corner. Back to Wagner. 3. Off the rim. Rebound. Foul on Zayd. And misses the first of 2. Makes the second. Stitch Guyon subbing in. The Trojans try to bring it in. Shalana Wagner able to bring it across midcourt. Wagner sets the offense up. Wagner uses the Dyer screen. She'll throw to Pagero. Corner 3. Off the rim. Rebound. Zay Dyer underneath. Put back. Goes.
That's just hard work there. That's lunch pail work. She got in there, scrapped, and got the rebound.
Runner on the other end won't fall. Rebound, Mo Jackson.
Pail work. She got in there, scrapped, and got the rebound.
Runner on the other end won't fall. Rebound, Mo Jackson comes up with it, and she is fouled. Two big ones. And the senior misses the first of. Hits the second. Trojan Arena looking to pick up the first win over ODU in program history.
Huge possession.
ODU with the basketball. Buford with Ashley Baez attached to her. Buford. First trip to the free throw line in the game for India Buford, and she misses. Makes the second after. Trojans with the basketball after the timeout. It's Wagner.
They've been in the zone most of the night. They'll go man-to-man here. And Wagner will take the shot clock down.
Kelsey Thompson, the Alabama native, defending Wagner. As Shalana Wagner lets the clock run down to 10. She'll hand to Peguero. Peguero driving in. Peguero, good, and free throw rattles home. Buford will bring it in. Shalana Wagner right in front of her playing tough defense, and Fields with the basketball. Deep three from Fields.
Jeez, why not? He'll defend 5-on-4.
Wagner gives to Peguero. Knocked out of Peguero's hands. It'll stay. Get a teammate to scoop that one up before it goes out of bounds.
That's who you want with the ball.
Inbounds and a foul.
Epitome of pressure free throws here.
And Peguero misses the first of two. But Peguero hits the second after missing on the clock in the fourth quarter. Trojans by 3.
You want to find Fields, you know that's who they want taking the shot.
Fields brings it across the timeline. Fields driving in. Fields has the shot blocked. The timeline. Fields driving in. Fields has the shot blocked. Trojans reject it. Hold off ODU.